Hi guys, this is Patricia from Yarny Cat Crochet, and this is a crochet catch-up video. And you guys haven't had one of those in a while, or a video of any kind, except for a couple shorts I did. It was yesterday or the day before, and there's a reason for that. But we'll get into that after I show you all the makes, because I have a tendency to ramble on, and I want everybody who came to look at the crochet makes to be able to see them, and then if they don't want the details of everything that's been going on, they can click out and see us next time, because everybody knows that this channel is for everybody, no matter what you believe or what you think, as long as you're polite in the comments. And those that are not polite will get showed the door, but everybody's welcome. And so just know that after the makes, I'm going to be doing a little talking about everything that has been going on, and that's a little bit heavier than I usually make my videos, although sometimes they get there. But welcome in to all my new subscribers. I have a few new people, and welcome back to everybody who continuously watches and supports the channel. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry that I've been gone so long, but I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so I'll start with the corner to corner blanket, because that's taking up a lot of space in my chair. I've been working on this corner to corner blanket with the Bitty Stripes pink lemonade. Sorry about all the crinkling. I did not plan this video at all. I just grabbed the things that I made. There's just been a lot of stuff I've had to do. But anyway, this is Red Hearts, Bitty Stripes, and the pink lemonade. It is 10 ounces, 283 grams, 515 yards, 471 meters, and they recommend 5mm or US 8 needles, and it doesn't say what crochet hooks they recommend. Oh, here it is, 5.5. I knew that. I have a 5.5. But anyway, it's Osteotex tested for, chemicals and stuff. You can machine wash, warm and gentle cycle, and you can dry it, but I would dry it on low since it's 100% acrylic. But pink lemonade is its colorway, and you can't really tell from the outside. It looks kind of, I mean, the pink is beautiful, and a little bit of the yellow that you can see, but you have no clue what it looks like till you start working it up. And this is, let me get it out of the way to the side here. This is the blanket that I'm working on. Try not to pull out all my hard work stitches. Here, I'm gonna secure it just a second so that it stays, so I can show you. But here is, it's kind of hard to even show in the video, and when I'm done with it, I'll hang it out on the porch, and so you guys can see it. But it's gonna be the bottom. I'll show you the bottom. The bottom is rather wide. My wingspan, as Sam would put it, my friend from Memphis Makes, who gave me a shout out this morning, and it made me smile. And so everybody go check out her channel. It's Memphis Makes, and it's on YouTube, and I'll put the link in the description, but please go on over and check her out. You will not be disappointed. But she calls it wingspan. And I liked it, so I adopted it. But that's, it's pretty wide. It would perfectly on a twin bed, probably. But this is going on the couch, so we can snuggle underneath it. But look how tall. If you just keep going, hold on. And my hair is going to be so messed up. It's pretty tall. I can't even show it to y'all in the whole video. God, look at my hair. Ah. Sorry about my arms. But anyway, I got some bat wings going on. But see the beautiful color? I mean, look at the change in color. It's like there is so much color in this yarn. It's Bitty Stripes Pink Lemonade. You would be well worth it to get some, and the cheapest place to get it, and I could be wrong, but Walmart usually stays pretty good on its prices. But I think I told you this was 10-ounce skein, and it's $7.48 there. Now, it may have changed since I last looked, so don't hold me to it. But on the Yarnspiration website, it's, I want to say it's 9 something, but don't quote me on that either. I can't remember. Walmart tends to sell things cheaper, so people will go there. And so Walmart right now is the cheapest place to get it. But Yarnspirations is my favorite website because they have my favorite yarn, Red Heart. And so, and then when they have their sales, man, it's awesome. So, I mean, I love it. Red Heart, I know some people have a love-hate relationship with Red Heart, but Red Heart has many different kinds of yarns. Some of them are softer than others for different projects. You might use the ones that are less soft in maybe a bag or something, but you know what? Even those less softer Red Hearts are, they are, when you wash them with fabric softener, soft as can be not exactly rivaled with Karen Simply Soft, but, and then some of their yarns are softer. So it's a good deal, a good value for your money. And look at this beautiful project. And this Bitty Stripes is like a medium, I would call a medium soft, perfect for a blanket. And when I wash it, it's going to be uber soft. So bang for your buck. That's what I'm saying. More bang. But anyway, it's pretty big. And the last time I showed it to you all, let me find an edge here. I had done 2 decreases. Or it could have been 3. I can't remember exactly. So I've done that much. And that is, we'll just say I did 3, just so I'm not lying because I don't remember. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 rows. 20 if I only did 2. But I did a little stress crochet. And I'll explain why in a little bit. But anyway, so, and I've used 3, I think, yeah, I'm on my last ball, you would call it, but it's 10 ounces. To me, it's like almost 3 skeins of yarn per ball. So that'd be 3, 6, 9. If you consider a 3.5 ounce to be a standard, which I'll rant to you for like 20 minutes about that. But so I've used 9 3.5 ounce skeins almost, because 10 ounces isn't quite a 3.5 ounce, 3.5 ounce skeins. It's like basically 3 ounce skeins. But 3.33 maybe. Anyway, but you get the drift. And I'm on one more. So altogether, it'll have nearly, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12 skeins basically of 3.5 ounce. But it's 10 ounces, so it's 40 ounces of yarn. If you use the very last one all the way to the end, you know, you may have to stop. You may have to stop, or I may have decreased enough that I don't use the whole thing by the time I'm done, because you grow it and decrease it till it gets to a square, but or a rectangle, depending on how you did it. So anyway, it's a really huge blanket. It's going to be really nice for the back of the couch. Very bright colors, which I love. It's got all my friends in it. I have friends that like orange. My mom likes purple. I like orange. I got friends that like yellow. There's yellow in it. just all kind, and pink. My friends I have friends that like pink, so it's a friendship blanket to me. That's what it seems. It's got everybody in it. And I've had a joyous time, and I'm using the corner to corner stitch in case you're not up with the stitches and can't tell just by looking at it. It's the C2C or corner to corner, however you want to put it. And it would be done if circumstances hadn't happened, but I gotta say, I did do more crocheting than I thought I would given the circumstances, and so that makes me happy. At least I get to report that. I'm a week off on everything. But a series of unfortunate events. May was not nice to me. But anyway, I've got an update on the soap sacks. So I was waiting to get some more Christmas cotton, and I ordered one of these, and I ordered it at more money than what I paid for the first one. The first one I paid $9.99 for. And well, it's kind of hard to get the Christmas stuff. Oh, well, for starters, I'm making these soap sacks for a food giveaway, a food pantry in my area, so they could have something extra for Christmas time. And you know, at the food giveaways, sometimes they'll get personal hygiene products, but not a lot. And they've helped my family in the past, so I want to help them. And one time I made a bunch of hats, and this time I'm making the soap sacks. And if you go to, and hopefully I get this put up on the screen, www.soapsacks.com, they have, if you go to the menu, they have patterns. And you click on the patterns, and it has at least 10, if not more, patterns for different soap sacks. Some have dragonflies in them, and just different Christmas trees, you name it. I picked the first one because it's the easiest to make, the quickest, and it's the plainest, but I'll show you in a minute what they look like. And I'm making them for my local pantry, and they even have in there little sheets of paper where you can print out the saying that says these were made by a volunteer from Soap Sacks. And you are a volunteer if you're doing their mission for your area of the world, being a little joy bomb in your area, as I like to call it. You are a volunteer for Soap Sacks, and you clip those little pieces of paper and you put it. I've got some sandwich baggies, and each one of these is going to have a bar of soap, the label, and be zipped up in a Ziploc baggie. My friend Sam from Memphis she's making little hearts, and and also Creative Grandma started us on the soap sacks journey. She didn't start the soap sacks, but she started us on the soap sacks journey, and I crocheted 8 soap sacks for her. And then I thought, you know, I would like to make those for my food pantry. So long story short, although I already did the long story, that's where I'm at now. I'm making soap sacks for our food pantry. And so I ordered one of these. I got the first one. It was $9.99, and I used it up, and we found out it makes 20 soap sacks. You know, it's not full because it's the cone, but it makes 20 soap sacks per cone, with just a little bit of your clippings left over from weaving in the ends. And even the clippings wouldn't make a 21. I tried. So anyway, it just didn't happen. But anyway, so they make 20 per cone, and you might get a different version if you were to make a washcloth or something. But anyway, if you go to their websites and you get the patterns for the soap sacks, you might want to consider making some to donate in thankfulness for the free patterns. I mean, my conscience wouldn't let me do it without. But anyway, so Anyway, so I'm making the soap sacks for soapsacks.com. Anyway, I ordered another one, the second one, and it was 14 something because they weren't cheap anymore. And it's getting harder to find the Christmas colors. And I want to do Christmas because I'm going to donate them at Thanksgiving so they can have them for Christmas and they can have them for themselves. Or maybe they might want to gift it to somebody because they can't afford to give a present, and maybe they'll give the present and make them feel a little more holly jolly at Christmas, you know. But sorry, I'm having a moment. I think it's my allergies. Or just my emotions. I don't know. It's so weird. But anyway, so sorry guys. So the $14.99 one, to make this very long story shorter, didn't come. It got lost in transit, and they refunded me the money. Well, in the meantime, my mother found them for $9, or was it $9, $10? $10, I think it was $10.49. I'm not sure. My mom will correct me in the comments. And so she found it, and she ordered me one at the same time. When she told me about it, I ordered one. So I got two. The other one's down the bag. Just trust me, I have two of these. So if you go by 20, 40, 60, that'll get us to 60. Sam has made, generously made 5 soap sacks out of her cotton that she had. She's sending it to me. And let me tell you, it's prettier than this. Mine is also called mistletoe, but her mistletoe is gorgeous. If I ever see it out in the wild, I'm going to get it for me. Sorry about the rings under the eyes. Anyway, I did not mean to make this like this. But anyway, so with Sam's 5 and the other ones that, in the meantime, before I got all this cotton in the mail, I went to Hobby Lobby and I got a peppermint stripe, 2 peppermint stripe balls to keep me crocheting till I got the cones in the mail. And those made 6. 2 balls made 3 apiece, so it's 6. So with Sam's 5 and my 6, that's 11. And so if each one of these makes 20, I'll have 20, 40, 60, 71, which is really close to 100. Now my goal is 50 because I want to reach a goal. But it'll be just beautiful if I can get to 100. I think that will be my second goal after I reach my first goal. We're not going to jump ahead of ourselves, and I have until Thanksgiving. So they give out food on a Monday, so the Monday before Thanksgiving, these will all be gifted, and so that is going to be awesome. Now, Creative Grandma got over 3,000 soap sacks delivered to her house, and I understand that people want to help, and she got over that many bars of soap, and she had it. Her kitchen was full of stuff. So my house is very much smaller. It's a box. It's a square with a little box off the back for the bathroom. And I don't have room for that. So I know a lot of people want to donate, and you're going to say, Sam donated. Yes, she did. She's awesome. And it's just 5. So, you know, it's not like it's not going to fill my living room. But if you want to help with the soap sacks, consider making soap sacks for your area. They're really quick, about an hour to 2 hours, depending on how slow or fast you crochet. Maybe it would take you a day. It doesn't matter. If you think about how many days there are, you can make that many soap sacks up until Christmas. Or you could do whatever colors you wanted. But anyway, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to buy the cotton. There are still some cottons, although I would encourage you to wait until it comes down, because it went back up to $13. But I do have some smaller ones on the list, and donations through my Amazon wish list would be perfectly fine. I'm not asking anybody to do it. I totally planned on doing it on my own, and because I had plenty of time to do it, and I have a smaller food pantry place, so there's not a ton of people, but there are, and there's increasingly more as economies get worse, or hopefully they'll get better. But so more and more people are coming to it. But anyway, my point is, if you absolutely have to, if you feel like you just must, there's a wish list, and no judgment if you don't go to it. And there's some smaller ones on there, and there's some cones, and I'm trying to stick to Christmas colors because I really want this to be a Christmas present. And if you do that, though, I do promise you will see that cotton crocheted up into soap sacks and donated to the food bank. Very happily. So let me show you the soap sacks that I've got, and hopefully I will put I'm going to sit this down. Hopefully I will put a soap sacks count up. So I already had 20, and then I got, and some of these still have to have ends woven in, but most of these are done. I got the peppermint stripes. It's hard to see in the video, but it's pretty close to the color that it is in real life. It's maybe a little more red, but not much. It's pretty close to what you're seeing on the screen. But I got 6. I had 2 balls, and I've got 2 tiny balls of leftover. Excuse me, but I'm pretty sure they won't make one soap sack. But I got 6 of them out of that. And let me show you, I'm going to demonstrate how, this is just the plain one. They kind of remind me of little bells, Christmas bells. My mom loves bells. But anyway, you put your hand in, and you put your thumb in the little thing that you hang the soap sack from, and it's a bath mitt. I keep saying bath mat. You could make a bath mat out of cotton, but this is a bath mitt. But anyway, you can scrub, so they have a washcloth as well, and you put the soap in there, and then you hang it up. It's like a little soap saver. It lets your soap dry. Now, they will get, if you don't wash them occasionally, they will get, soapy. You know how soap does. So maybe like twice, and then you throw them in with your wash or whatever. But you can hang your little soap. Or if they didn't want to use it for that, these would be cute little. You could put some candy in there, stocking stuffers for Christmas, or some lip balm and a little tiny hand lotion or something. You could stuff them, but however they want to use them. But they're intended for soap, and soap is going to be my next goal, is getting soap in. But anyway, isn't that neat? So I got 6 of those, and I really love this. This is a Crafter's Secret cotton, 100% cotton from Hobby Lobby. And let me tell you, I fell in love. You see how much more floppy they are? Because they're just a high quality cotton. But they're $2.99. So for charity purposes, it's a little bit more cost if you use the Crafter's Secret cotton. But I gotta tell you, if I was to make me a shirt out of cotton for like summer, like a weaved or open mesh shirt, I would, to wear over your like swimsuit or something, I would definitely use this cotton. It is nice, very nice cotton. So I got 6 of those, and I was worried that I wouldn't get my 10 made because I was making it with the other Christmas cotton, and I only made 5. And I was like, I'm not going to get 10 in, but I forgot that I had made 6 of these. So I actually got 11 in. This one needs to be woven. This one needs to be woven in, but I got 5 of the see, it looks like a little bell. It's so cute. Sorry, that won't come down. A little Christmas bell. But, so I got 5 of these. So altogether, the soap sack count will be somewhere on the bottom. I have 20 and 11 is 31. 31 soap sacks made. I am really close to my goal of 50. I'm very excited. Maybe we can get to that by next week. I don't want to promise because, things seem to happen a lot. But, so, I mean, and this is just May. Well, the end of May. And so, hard telling how many I will have by, Thanksgiving. I'm so excited. It's putting some joy back into my life. I like to give. I like to help. And, this helps me to do that. So it's kind of selfish reasons because it's giving me joy when I give somebody else joy. So I love that. I'm going to set those. Well, no, that won't work because that's all you guys will see. Okay, so now is the time if you want to click out, because I'm fixing to tell you about what happened this week and last week and why that I have not been on the channel. So anybody that wants to click out is fine. Thank you so much for watching and cheering me on, and I will see you all in the next video. But those of you that stayed, probably 3 or 4, you know who you are. I need to sit these down. Tell you what, I'm so nervous. Okay. So, most of y'all knew that my father-in-law was in the nursing home. He didn't end up staying in there very long. Well, he went from the hospital and he was in there for a little while to the nursing home, and then he went on hospice. And last Saturday, the 17th, which incidentally, he was born on a Saturday, which I thought was pretty interesting. He passed away in his sleep. He believed in Jesus, and he passed in his sleep. So, and he was going to be 90 in July. So you can't ask for much more than that. A long life, a love of Jesus, and passing in your sleep is the best way any Christian wants to go. And I'm a Christian. I don't apologize for it, but I don't shove it down anybody else's throat either. But just to tell you the full story of how I feel, that's it. And he was struggling the last week, and we pretty much knew that it was coming. And I mean, every life has its end, and people are living longer and longer these days. Used to be people would pass away near their 60s, and now people are living to be like 106 or, just really long time. And so he lived a good long life. He was a good father to 3 children. My husband, Craig, was the youngest. He had 2. He has a sister, and he had another sister. She had Down syndrome. She passed away a year before my son was born. And my son's 27, so that was about 28 years ago. They've had me for 31 years because they got me when I was 20. So my husband has 2 sisters. His oldest sister, Charlotte, which is still with us, and my husband, Craig, and their middle sister, Cheryl Lynn. She has the same middle name as mine. But anyway, so now there's just the 2 of them, and in the Pennick family, there was him and my father. So my husband's grandpa was the last Pennick male until he had my father-in-law and my aunt-in-law, Aunt Pat. and of course she married, so her last name has changed, and her children have different last names. So my husband was the only one, and then we had my son, and we only had one child. So my son is the last in the bloodline, unless he has boys. That will be it of the family name, and which is not a. I mean, it's a big deal, and it's not a big deal. I mean, those things happen. Family lines peter out at some point. I'm sure many people know a story about that. And but anyway, so there's, in our little immediate family, there's just the three of us. Four, if you count me. I'm not the same bloodline, but I did help with last one. So we had our family get together yesterday because it's Memorial Day, which is kind of fitting because my father-in-law passed away last Saturday, and for one reason or another, I think mostly it was the weather. We had a lot of rainstorms. We couldn't have his funeral until Friday, which we had the wake on Thursday, and a lot of lovely people came. And then we had the funeral on Friday, and it was the most beautiful. I mean, if you can call a funeral beautiful, it was the most beautiful tribute and a beautiful day. And it was good for what it was. And you couldn't have asked for better weather. And so we buried him there, and I met a lot of wonderful people that I hadn't met before. People from photographs that I've been looking at for years and just didn't know who they were till the funeral. And then on Saturday, because it's Memorial Day weekend, we went out to my grandfather's and grandmother's and my cousin's grave in the Veterans Cemetery. And because they put the flags out for... Sorry. They put the flags out for Memorial Day. And it was beautiful. And I took pictures and I posted that. I made a little reel, maybe one or two. I was pretty proud of the flags. And so we did that, and then we left there because you might as well get it all over with, right? And we went to my Aunt Pat's grave, and she's in a different graveyard. And we washed her stone because her stone is beneath the edge of a tree, and so the birds, bird poop. So we took some cleaning solution and scrubbed her grave clean and put flowers, because you can't put flowers on the ones in the veterans one, but you can. They did put the flags, and they'll remove those later so they can keep the grounds up and all that stuff. But my aunt has a flower pot on beside her stone, and we put some beautiful peonies in there. They were fake, but they were real pretty. I was surprised for a dollar store. I got two bouquets of them from the dollar store. I was really surprised at how nice they were for being from the dollar store. But anyway, so we did that, and then yesterday, being Monday, we had our Memorial Day cookout because, as I told my son, excuse my language, we're going to keep this family together come hell or high water. We're still going to do the things, and we're going to do as my father-in-law would want us to do, and to keep our family together. He planned for everything, and he took us on a lot of holidays, and every birthday, every Christmas, he made sure that we had a good Christmas and a good birthday. Took us out to eat, gave us a check. Because that's, being a man, he's not so much into buying presents and wrapping them, so he would give you a check. But still, It was nice, and he took us to places we never would have gone. My son got to go to Disneyland twice in America because of my father-in-law, because we wouldn't have been able to afford it, especially not now because the prices are sky high. It's cheaper to go to Disneyland in Japan if you don't have to buy the ticket to get there. But anyway, so he even the funeral home, they were even surprised. They're like, why is there 4 coffins? And because I don't know, I guess new ownership or whatever, or later ownership from when he bought them, they were trying to sort it all out, find the paperwork and everything, but they were like, there are 4 coffins. We're like, well, you see, he bought a plot, and the plot was for 7 people, and 2 people, wait a minute, let's see, maybe it was 6. We got Cheryl, Jean, Charlie, me, Craig, Charlotte, and Craig. So he bought, wait a minute, Cheryl, Jean, Charlie, me, Craig, Charlotte, and little Craig. 7, yeah. 7 plots. 3 people have already gone, and there's 4 more. That's why 4 more caskets. They wanted to know why, and then they figured it out with my husband and sister-in-law's help and paperwork, and so we're taken care of. And so he did all that, and then I find out later, my sister-in-law comes over yesterday with a bunch of paperwork because she's been going through all his things. And he bought, if my husband passed away today, spit 3 times on the ground, spin around, poop, poop, you know, that it would be a money for me as $10,000 because his funeral's paid for. So, you know, that would help with rent and stuff for a little bit till you figure things out, you know. And then if he died, say, at 78, it would be like $14,000. It grows a little bit each year, but I mean, that was something I didn't know. He didn't tell me and was unexpected. And he was even thinking of me after my husband died, and I'm sure he thought that he would die first. And it's fully paid for. It's all paid for, and it's growing interest. So he thought ahead of the future as well, and he's a very smart man. He worked with the Naval Ordnance as a civilian, but he worked with machinery, the things that make rockets and things that they needed, and he had a mechanical engineering type of mind, you know, really smart, and he just really he's just like any other father from the time, you know, raised his family, provided for his family, and very much the head of our family. And now that's gone to my sister-in-law. She's the head of our family now, and she said the prayer at the Memorial Day get-together that we had. We grilled out to put a little lighter spin on it. We had pulled pork barbecue, and we had hot dogs, and we had bratwurst, and we made all this stuff, and there's 3 of us because I'm not used. When my son was here, it would help take up some of the slack, right? But it's just us old folks. And so I have a lot of leftovers in my refrigerator, but corn on the cob, pasta salad, bacon ranch pasta salad, and I zhuzhed it up with some bell peppers and Vidalia onions and some little tiny pieces of chopped ham. It was so good. And I used ranch instead of mayo, which made it a lot fancier. And so we had a really good yesterday, and it was beautiful weather for that too. And now I wake up this morning and I feel purposeless because now that it's all over, you just kind of hold yourself up and get through, you know, push through. A lot of my friends have been texting and sending me little messages and supporting me in their different various ways, and I appreciate it so much. It's helped me get through. And so thank you to everybody. You know who you are if you've gotten in touch with me. And I have the best friends. I know that's bragging, but I have to brag on them because they are the best friends, and I want them to know that. So thank you so much. And I will get through it. I mean, time makes it better, you know. But for the first few days, you get emotional, especially after it's all said and done, because then there's not that next thing you got to get through. So you're kind of directionless. If you made it this far, 40 minutes in, you are one of my best friends. So God bless you. Thank you. I love you. I'm praying for you. And because that's what I do. I don't make no mince words about it. And just thank you guys for supporting me and the channel and beyond, because you're more than that. And I know we're in different states and different countries, so far apart from each other, never been in each other's presence, but we're all very good friends. And I don't care who doesn't believe it, because if you made it this far, you are. And but anyway, even if I haven't ever texted you before, you watched through this whole video, you've just become one of my friends. I feel sorry for you. Hold on, it's going to be a bumpy ride. But anyway, I kid. So I'm going to end it. I'm doing good. Just working through the emotions. So my plans for the future is to get this blanket done, to get the flower power blanket done that I have given no love to. Oh, well, shoot. I'll just show that one in the next video. It's been so long, I'm probably talking to myself at this point. But I did make the gray and white and yellow a flower power square just to show everybody what it looks like. That'll be in the next video. Maybe I'll make a short out of it. I don't know. So I hope that you're all being a little joy bomb in your corner of the world, sharing your craft, sharing your passion, sharing your joy. And if you can't do anything else as you're walking past somebody today, doing your errands or out at a restaurant or wherever you are, make sure to give them your best smile, because you never know what that person's been through, and your smile may be just what they need to turn their day around. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.